Ever face setbacks on a project because you weren't sure how much detail to include or when to stop adding elements to avoid overcomplicating things? In today's video, we're going to take a closer look at LOD, or more specifically, level of development in BIM. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding on how to balance detail with efficiency, helping your team stay on track and deliver projects seamlessly. Hi, I'm Katerina, a project manager at New Vision Agency. I ensure BIM and VDC projects stay aligned by guiding my team and making sure no detail is overlooked. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So what exactly is level of development? In BIM, LOD refers to the amount of detail in a model at various project stages. It defines how much information is included in the model and helps project teams communicate clearly at each phase of design and construction. LOD can usually be found in BIM XP, a guide that defines a strategy for BIM data management. It defines the level of detail at each project stage. And speaking of, we have a detailed guide to mastering BIM XP on our channel. If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check it out right here. Now, let's walk through the specific level of development in BIM. LOD is usually defined in a series of stages, ranging from LOD 100 all the way to the LOD 500. LOD 100 – Conceptual Design. At this stage, the model represents basic shapes and volumes. Think of it as a rough idea of the building's massing or footprint. There is little to no detail, and it's typically used for early stages feasibility studies and initial design concepts. LOD 200 – Schematic Design. Here, the model begins to take shape with more defined elements, but it's still generalized. It provides enough detail to start coordinating between disciplines like architecture, structure, and MEP without getting into exact dimensions or materials. It helps ensure the design concept works as intended before moving to more detailed stages. LOD 300 – Detailed Design. At LOD 300, the model is much more detailed. It includes accurate dimensions, materials, and components. This is when contractors start to use the model for construction planning because it accurately represents how the building will be constructed. LOD 350 – Construction Documentation. The model includes detailed assemblies and fabrication or construction-level information. It's used for generating construction documents and shop drawings. LOD 400 – Fabrication and Assembly. At this level, the model contains all the information necessary for construction. It's highly detailed, showing the exact location of every component and system, such as HVAC units, electrical systems, and plumbing, with detailing fabrication, assembly, and installation information. LOD 500 – As-Built. Finally, LOD 500 is As-Built phase. This model is a reflection of final constructed building. It includes real-world data such as as-built measurements, materials used, and even operational data for building management. And before getting into the detail of why LOD is important in BIM, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more valuable tips and tricks. Why using LOD in BIM is important. As we already know, each LOD corresponds to a different phase in the project, providing the necessary information for design, coordination, construction, and fabrication. As the project progresses, the model evolves, providing more detailed information as you move from design to construction. So let's get into examples of how to use LOD depending on what information you need at which time during the project. For example, during the phase with approximate geometry, you'd use LOD 200. At this time, the floor plans are preliminary and rough MEP system layouts even the works. The model includes approximate dimensions, materials, and locations for major system, but lacks the precision required for construction or prefabrication. It's used for early design development and conceptual coordination, helping teams start planning and estimating early in the project. LOD 300, on the other hand, is used for the coordination and integration of various building systems, architecture, MEP, and structure. to ensure they fit and work together properly. The model is accurate enough for clash detection and system coordination. Each element is defined in terms of size, shape, and location. However, when it comes to fabrication, you might want to use LOD 400, a fully detailed model of a prefabricated component such as structural steel beam or an HVAC unit with all the necessary information details, like material specification, tolerances, connections, and assembly instructions. The model is complete and ready for off-site fabrication. All details are fully defined to ensure precise manufacturing and assembly. Defining LOD early in the project is essential. It helps set clear expectations for everyone involved. When each team members know the level of development they'll be working with, it reduces the ambiguity and streamlines collaboration. Additionally, it minimizes the chances of errors since every stakeholder has a clear understanding of what information is available at each stage. Plus, it speeds up decision-making by ensuring that teams have the most accurate and relevant data to work with. So, to sum up, the level of development in BIM is a vital framework for ensuring that your project runs smoothly, from concept to construction and beyond. By clearly defining the LOD at each stage helps set clear expectations for everyone involved. You ensure better communication, improved accuracy, and ultimately a more successful project. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below which LOD you prefer to work with. And we'll see you in the next one.